Look at how easy that was. Black people did not build America, and they do not deserve reparations. Thank you.
It never fails. Black people can be somewhere minding their own black-ass business, and some Neanderthalic, narcissistic, nauseating, nondescript, nefarious numbnut escapee from the Caucasus Mountains by way of ne'er-do-well will come along and try to bother our peace. So Casper the Friendly Ghost Hayden here decided to show us how easy it was to pick a whole bulb of cotton, knowing that his hyperallergenic to the sun ass would have stayed out there for more than 30 minutes, he would have been dead of skin cancer by the end of the year. See, Hayden, you made this video because you were laying at home and you realized that you were alone because 3 inches is not enough to get any job done that she needs done. Also, I wish your hyperallergenic to the sun, melon-deficiated ancestors would have thought picking cotton or tobacco was just as easy as you tried to make it seem. Because if they would have thought that, they would have tried to do it themselves. And then we wouldn't be sitting here now in the condition that this country is in with racial disparity, because all your ancestors would have already died out because of skin cancer. I said what I said, and you have the day your 3 inches brings you.
White people in the United States balk at the idea of paying reparations to Black Americans who descended from slaves. They disagree with the Bible. To begin with, let's first define what reparations mean. Reparations are a form of compensation or restitution made to those who have suffered injustice, specifically in cases of racial inequality, discrimination, and slavery. The idea of paying reparations to Black Americans is not a new one. It has been a topic of discussion for decades, if not centuries. However, it has gained renewed attention and support in recent years. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. also advocated for reparations in the form of economic advancement for Black Americans. As a Christian, I believe that reparations are not only a matter of justice and equality, but also a reflection of God's character. In the Bible, we see numerous examples of God's concern for the oppressed, the marginalized, and the downtrodden. From the Israelites' liberation from slavery in Egypt to Jesus' ministry among the poor and the outcast, we see a consistent theme of God's love for those who are on the margins of society. One of the key biblical principles that underlie the idea of reparations is the concept of restitution. In the book of Leviticus, we see God commanding the Israelites to make restitution to those whom they have wronged. Leviticus chapter 6 says that if anyone sins and commits a breach of faith against the Lord by deceiving his neighbor in a matter of deposit or security or through robbery, or if he has oppressed his neighbor or found something lost and lied about it, swearing falsely, he shall restore it in full and shall add a fifth to it and give it to him to whom it belongs. This passage emphasizes the importance of making restitution to those who have been wronged, and not just restoring what has been taken, but adding to it as a form of compensation. This principle of restitution can be applied to the issue of reparations to Black Americans who have suffered centuries of enslavement, discrimination, and systemic oppression. Another biblical principle that supports the idea of reparations is the concept of Jubilee. In Leviticus chapter 25, God commands to the Israelites to observe a Jubilee. This was a radical idea of economic justice designed to prevent the accumulation of wealth and power in the hands of a few and to ensure that all members of society had equal access to resources and opportunities. The idea of Jubilee can be seen as a model for reparations in that it seeks to address the root causes of inequality and oppression rather than just treating the symptoms. By forgiving debts, freeing slaves, and returning property, Jubilee seeks to create a more just and equitable society, one in which everyone has the opportunity to flourish. As a Christian, I believe that paying reparations to Black Americans is not only a matter of justice and equity, but also a reflection of God's character and values. Through the biblical principles of restitution and jubilee, we see a model for how we can address the historical and systemic injustices that have plagued our society for far too long. While the issue of reparations is complex and contentious, I believe that as Christians, we have a responsibility to seek justice.
You know what, guys? It is sad how these white people actually mock these black people without even having any atom of regret about it. You can see for the first clip I played in this video. Look at what he's saying. Why will you even use cotton to describe the people that own a particular place? Why will you use cotton to describe the people that histories have proved it over and over again, that these are the people that own this place? Anyways, first, hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It's Sonia and I'm back again with another mind-blowing video. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are fine. Hope you guys are good. If this is first time, do to subscribe, like this video, drop me your comment, and lastly, do not forget to share. Thank you so much for supporting, and I want to say a very big thank you for 50 subscribers. To those of you that hit on the subscribe button, God bless you. I do not take that for granted. Anyways, I'll go ahead and roll out some clips for you guys, and then I'll come back with commentaries. Every single video clip you see in this video, credit belongs to the original creators of this video. So let's go there, guys.
Support compensation for those families. Should the U.S. also compensate descendants of enslaved people? Do you support reparations for African Americans?
I support H.R. 40, which is the bill that has been proposed in Congress to establish a commission to look at reparations. But we shouldn't wait for that commission to do its work to do things that are reparative. Remember, we're not talking about a gift to anybody. We're talking about mending what was broken. We're talking about the generational theft of the wealth of generations of African Americans. And just crossing out a racist policy and replacing it with a neutral one is not enough to deliver equality. Harms compound, just like a dollar saved in its value compounds over time. So does the value of a dollar stolen. And that is why the United States must act immediately with investments in minority-owned businesses, with investments in health equity, with investments in HBCUs, and on the longer term, look at reparations so that we can mend what has been done.
So we're talking about the de-MAGAfication of America, which will happen one day, I hope. And I'll make special note that the MAGA people have really enjoyed this series so far. And they'll like today too. Part 5 of the things we should do is financial reparations. Now I realize this is a very complicated subject, but we should pay reparations for anyone who's been harmed by slavery in the last 400 years, which means if you're the descendant of a slave, you should receive reparations. And I'll make note that a lot of people have called out Native Americans. I agree, they still are due more. They have received some reparations, not enough. The Japanese who were interned during World War II received $20,000 apiece. Not enough, but at least it was something from the government to make the apology mean something and to make it hurt, which it should. And I will aver that we will not, as a country, ever psychologically heal from the wound of slavery until we pay reparations. Now, let's talk about numbers. There are roughly 44 million black people in the United States, and about 90% of them can prove that they are descended from slaves. So if we were to give every single one of those people who can prove they're descended from a slave a $10,000 tax-free check, we are talking about about $400 billion. That's less than 6% of our annual federal budget. And it would be a one-time thing. Now, $10,000 is not compensation. It's not enough to actually cover for the damages done by slavery, Jim Crow, segregation, redlining, the institutionalized racism in our justice system, and the myriad of other things that black people have experienced. So it's not compensation. It is simply a gesture to say, man, we were wrong and we are very sorry, and this hurts, but here you go. By the way, as a side note, this would probably be an incredible stimulus to our economy. Now, a lot of white people are going to react to this. They're going to complain. But it's a conversation that needs to be had. We need to recognize the privilege that we've gotten as a white, cisgendered, heterosexual male. I have had an enormous amount of privilege in my life that I didn't really recognize until the last 10 years or so. I have not had to work as hard as my black coworkers to get to the level of success that I have achieved. Has that been worth $10,000? Quite possibly. And we can't just mail people a check. It should come with a certificate of apology from the U.S. government with possibly the names of the people who were enslaved and the names of the slaveholders who owned them. It would be a meaningful thing that could be framed and hung in someone's house. And there should be a ceremony that is optional for anyone to attend where they can be given this from a government official. Because we need to be ashamed of our history, and we need to express that shame in something that is meaningful and painful. And until we do, that shame is going to express itself as resentment and hatred. And once we do this and hold ourselves accountable, we can lock arms, black and white, and move forward together proudly. Many people in my comments have said it's too late to do this. No, it's not. We should have done it how long ago? 100 years ago? 150 years ago? And it's not too late, and we have to do it, or else movements like the Trump movement are going to continue happening. Because racism hurts all of us, even us white people, and we should make sure that the South never rises again.
You hear the meaning of reparation, or if you can't hear it, let me just say it out here as well. The action of making amends for a wrong one has done by providing payments or other assistance to those who have been wrong. And we can see in the system that Black Americans have really suffered slavery. They have really been wronged. They've really been denied so many things. So these white Americans are actually coming out and said they don't need reparation because this reparation is not going straight to them. And one thing they always forget is that, you see, no matter how you try to bite a particular finger, you see the remaining pains will definitely live inside of you. It is so sad that a lot of you guys know what these people, which is the Black American folks, have actually gone through. And the only thing that can just be done is just to give them this reparation. But a lot of white folks are against it. Like, they're not even happy about it. You can see that man just describing the black folks as using just a common curtain. You know fully well that these people deserve this. You know that the country that you are staying, the history have it that you are not a settler there. You are an immigrant, whether you guys accept it or not. Anyways, but what I keep saying is this: if these black folks are actually minding their business, why not just let them mind their business in peace? Why always pulling out content that can actually drag them out here so that they can actually speak, or trying to provoke them more? Anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. I would really love to know your opinion, especially if you're watching as an European American or Black American. Let me know why these people are really so angry, why they are so, I don't know the words to use whenever it comes to this reparation. Because if you see a lot of videos they throw online about reparation, you are going to get pissed off. Anyways, I have other bunch of videos for you guys to catch up. Let's get more education so that we can be able to know our left from our right. I'll roll out those clips for you guys. Credit belongs to the original creators of these videos, and I'll come back with commentaries.
If America ever gave black people reparations, most of that money would end up in the wrong hands anyway. Drug dealers, extortionists, liquor store owners, and the legal system. Now, after most of these people get their clothes, shoes, and cars, they're gonna go out and buy the best drugs they can find. Addiction and overdose is gonna be through the roof. And then after they hit the club and buy a bunch of bottles or buy half the liquor store, they're gonna be having kickbacks and parties with a bunch of people that they don't like or even know. They're gonna be hanging around family members they don't even get along with, getting drunk, fighting, hurting, shooting each other. And then people gonna need to bond out of jail, pay lawyer fees, pay fines. And then on top of that, a lot of them gonna be getting extorted by gang members, by they no good, having kids for government aid ass parents, or they domestically violent boyfriends. Everybody don't need money is all I'm saying. Maybe a third of black folks need some money. Another third of them need education. And the last third of them just need opportunities. Because if you give us all some money, it'd probably be one of the worst things that ever happened to the black community, honestly.
You know, when I came to America newly, I used to think African Americans are lazy. They don't want to work and all that. You will never understand the struggle of African Americans until you live in the system for 5 years. Then you understand that being black in the system is already playing you 10-0. Like you are 10 steps behind. The schools in black neighborhoods, they're all underfunded. The only thing you can find anywhere, everywhere in black neighborhood is liquor store. Keep drinking and keep yourselves busy. Now I understand why everybody's fighting so much to live in white neighborhood. Before I used to say they are not proud of their skin color. They don't love who they are. But they're actually fighting for their children's future. Because being black in the system is already playing you 10-0. You are 10 steps behind. Is it you that is coming with underfunded certificates that want to be competing with somebody that is 10 steps ahead of you? Being black in the system is tough. You see, African Americans and Africans, we are all the same. Let us not be distracted. We are all the same. The only difference is that one is living in America, the other one is coming from Africa. Let's support each other's business. If you see your brother trying to make ends meet, support his business. You get to the point now.
According to Cambridge, right? Reparation is payment for harm, loss, damage that has been caused to a person or an organization or the fact of making such a payment. It's not even supposed to be something anybody should argue about. It should be something that should be done. These blacks deserve this reparation, for crying out loud. These people have gone through a lot. These people have seen a lot. Even when they are not what they're not supposed to swallow, these people have swallowed. So you see this reparation, it's something that is not even supposed to be compete. It's not even supposed to, nobody is even supposed to talk about it. Like, it's just supposed to be what will definitely happen. Honestly, I feel for black Americans. I can't lie to you guys. I feel for them. Whenever I carry my camera to film videos and whenever I see things that is actually happening, I feel so bad. I feel so bad that these people are going through a lot that a lot of them are not even talking about. You understand? A lot of Nigerians, we have this, or Africans, we have this mentality that black Americans do not even love to work. That's the mentality we have. We thought they don't want to work. We thought they don't want to do anything. They just want to sit down there and then let the money just come onto their pocket until we start discovering that it is not just about that. These people are healthy. These people work. These people are struggling. These people are trying to put out their best there. But we are not seeing it. We are not seeing it. And that is why these white folks can actually just come out and be like, nobody deserves reparation. Black Americans do not deserve reparation. They are not the settlers. They are the immigrants. It's annoying. They are African black Americans. It's annoying. Even to the point of even trying to wipe out histories that we all know. I've been doing so many videos about it. Wiping off histories from library, all in the name of blacks should forget their history, or the future children that are coming should actually forget. And I keep saying it, and I'll still say it in this video. If you're a black American person watching this particular video, please teach your kids history. Teach your grandchildren history. Do not make them forget the history that you guys are the one that owns that place. And you guys will continue to own that place up till eternity. Do not do that mistake of not teaching them the history, their culture, where they came from and how it all started. Because these black Americans, they have been cheated enough. Let's just be honest. They have been cheated by these white folks enough, right from history, where white folks come, they do all sort of atrocity, commit all sort of things, and wipe out most of their histories that are supposed to stand for them today. Sitting down on top of the soil that is not even their soil. Sitting down in the positions that these black Americans are supposed to be sitting. You understand? These people are not lazy. These people are people that really know their rights. And I'm happy. I'm happy with what I'm seeing online, that the social media has really helped a lot to actually know their rights, and they are voicing out, they are talking the way they are supposed to talk. Because just imagine if their parents actually have the opportunity of social media and then they started working on what they should know. By now, America shouldn't have been fully for the white folks, because as far as I'm concerned, as an African, if we hear anything about American, we just have that mentality that once you go there, the white folks are the owners, they are the settlers, they are the, until we started digging deep and started seeing the history that it is not what we think. Oh, there are people called Black Americans, and these people are the settlers. These other people that are coming in are the immigrants. You understand what I'm trying to say? Anyways, let me know what you think, what your opinion is in the comment section. I would really, really love to know. Like I always say in my video, I stand the chance to be corrected. If I'm saying anything wrong, please drag me back and correct me. I will definitely pick my correction. Do you think that Black Americans actually deserve this reparation we are talking about, or they do not deserve it? Especially as an American citizen watching this, European, blacks, whites, let me know what your opinion is in the comment section. Like I said, and I'll keep saying it in all my videos, we are all one, no matter the kind of cultures or tradition that actually binds us together. So let's love lead. If these Black people are minding their business, please learn to leave them mind their business in peace. You understand? Anyway, subscribe, like, comment, and share. And yes, with no further ado, like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Please subscribe for me and get me to 100 subscribers. I'll really appreciate that. Bye, guys. I love you. Mwah.